We're back with some more Detective Instinct. Farewell, my beloved. Let's have a think, shall we? I've forgotten entirely what we're doing. I think it'd be nice to see a friendly face for her shame. I hope this Emma helps him feel better. She'll never admit it, but I can tell she's pretty upset. Is she? It's hard to tell. Let's get to Martin's cabin, shall we? I haven't played this game in a little while. Not that I didn't like it, it's just that it slipped my mind. I've been recording too many games here recently. Yes, who is it? I need to cut down on the amount of games I record. Oh, Emma, Gary, come in. I haven't seen you both all day. How are you doing? We're good. How about you? Have you been enjoying the ride? Yes, I've settled in quite comfortably. This has given me the chance to catch up on some reading and the time to grade some papers for my other classes. Why don't you both have a seat? We haven't had much time to talk these past few days. Love to hear your thoughts on our trip. Sure, come on, Gary. Yeah, sure. Guess the ring can wait a little bit. So, what did the two of you think of our trip? Did you have a nice time? If you wanted a picture of what I look like in real life, Professor Martin's actually a pretty good representation of me. This is exactly what I look like, 100% of the time. Oh, it was wonderful. Vidrika is so beautiful. The natural landscape is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I've always felt my country's natural beauty was among its greatest strengths. And you, Gary, what did you think of your time in Vidrika? Well, yeah, I agree. It was beautiful, and those hot dogs were unreal. Oh, yes. Well, I hope you know I'm expecting great term papers from both of you. This trip was more than just a vacation, after all. Bad answer. You can count on us, Professor. I've always begun drafting my paper, and I'm sure Gary has as well. Yeah, right. Professor, can I ask you something about Vendrika? It's for my paper. Yes, of course. What would you like to know? Before our trip, you emphasized to Gary and I the importance of the Vendrican Revolution. When we visited the Vendrican History Museum, there was barely any material about it on display at all. It's true that some 40 years ago, the country we now call Vendrica was split in two, with the west side gaining into its independence as Vendrica, and the east side, now called Ganbrica, remaining under military occupation, correct? Yes, that is correct. This period of Vendrican history seems so critical. Shouldn't it have been more of a focus of the exhibit? I guess the people don't very like to talk about it, right? A very astute question, Emma. Truth be told, I hope that one of you might have noticed this peculiarity. For all of Vendrica's virtues, this reality is that my country has something of a troubled past of which the revolution was a part. I should know. After all, I was there. Did you participate in the revolution, Professor? Well, I was about your age at the time it took place, so it's hard not to get swept up in all of the activity. The revolution's goals were admirable. We wished to be free from the occupation that had plagued us for centuries, and regrettably the only way that point could be heard was through violent insurrection. Our occupiers' military force was strong, but so too was the will of my people. Eventually, to stop the violence, both parties agreed to compromise. Though it's this compromise that I feel was my country's biggest mistake. In the years since the country was split in two, Vendrica has prospered. Quality of life is better than it ever has been. The citizens live well and are happy, but the same cannot be said of Gambrica. In the intervening years, Gambrica has become a desolate place. Not only does it remain under occupation, but violence and poverty are the norm of its people. This is very Germany-esque, isn't it? Like Western East Germany? The compromise was never supposed to end. Gambrica's independence was always intended to come close behind, but the truth is, in pursuit of peace and independence, Vendrica abandoned Gambrica. To this day, the prevailing viewpoint on the subject is to look the other way. That's unbelievable. Of course, not all Vendricas choose to live in ignorance. In recent years, many of the country's leaders worked to make Vendrica a welcomely place for Gambrican refugees. Among them is Senator Gordon, my old friend. Oh yeah, it was Senator Gordon invited you back to Vendrica to visit, right? This trip wouldn't have happened without him. That is correct. I haven't seen him for some 40 years. This whole trip has been quite nostalgic for me, I must admit. You know, I've been wondering, why did you move to America, Professor? Well, as much as I do love my home country, my passion has always been for English literature as well as teaching. After finishing my undergraduate degree, I promptly moved to London to continue my studies. I eventually accepted a teaching position at the University of London and was later for further opportunities in America. Next thing I knew, I'd been away from home for nearly 40 years. My, how time flies. Anyway, since I've been gone, I've of course kept up with the political situation in my home country. I thought it'd be illuminating for you both to see it firsthand. Prosperity often comes with a price, and for Drindrika, that price is Gambrika. Never forget that it is our responsibility not to turn a blind eye to the plight of our neighbours, even if doing so is the path of the least resistant. I'm thankful that leaders like Senator Gordon have worked tirelessly to welcome Gambrican refugees into Vendrika with open arms, and I dream of a day that real unification of our countries can be realised. Wow, the political situation in Vendrika is more complicated than I thought. Yeah, like, politics is always complicated. Of course Emma picked up on it right away, she's so much more perceptive than I am. It's no wonder Martin likes her so much. Meanwhile, all I can think of to say is how much I like those stupid hot dogs. I'm such an idiot. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, is that a photo album on the table, Professor? Oh yes, I was just looking through it earlier, reminiscing. Most of the photos are from when I was a student in Vendrika. I suppose it was right around your age. Do you mind if we take a look? Not at all, though these photos are so old I wonder if you'll even recognize me. Ah, there he is. What? Well, what do you think? Can you tell which one's me? This one. It's gotta be him, right? Well, don't tell me. Is this you, Professor? In the middle? Very perceptive, Emma. Yes, that is me. You don't look that much different. Your hair is just a little messier now. No, that's probably more of what I look like, to be honest. Damn, she beat me to it. Who are the other two people in the photo? On the left is Senator Gordon, though back then he was just a political science student. And next to me on the right there is Alpha Maya, another literature student. Oh, did you visit Mia on the trip as well? In a sense, yes. Mia was killed about a year after this photo was taken, during an uprising. Oh my, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's alright, it's in the past now. I was able to visit his grave to pay my respects. He was a great friend and I'm glad I knew him when I did. I did some exercise earlier and my abs are hurting so much. As I said, as much as a revolution was necessary for our country's freedom, it was not without sacrifices. It is of course important to fight for our ideals, but in practice revolution is a violent pro-business, and I pray that none of my students will ever have to experience anything like it. Damn, Martin's really been through a lot, hasn't he? Ellipsis. Well, it is getting rather late, I'm going to get ready for bed. Thank you for talking with me, you two. I hope the conversation was illuminating. Thanks, Professor. Have a good night. Wait, Emma, we had something we wanted to show Professor Martin, right? That's right, I almost completely forgot. What's this? You have something to show me? You know it, I want to show you this ring. Hey, Professor, we found this ring on the train. There's engraving on it, but we think it's in Vendrikan, so we're not sure what it says. Would you be able to translate it for us? A ring? Sure, let me have a look. Well, you're right, this is definitely Vendrikan, but the style of the engraving suggests an Eastern influence. If I had to guess, I'd say this ring comes from Gambrika. The engraving says, To my beloved AK. To my beloved AK? 47? Didn't Emma seem the woman she met had a name that began with A? You said you found this on the train. It appears to be a wedding ring. Quite a devastating thing to lose. Yeah, we've been trying to figure out who it belongs to. Well, whoever is this ring's owner, they couldn't have gone far. You'll have plenty of time to search for them tomorrow. Can I have the ring back, Professor? Oh yes, of course. Anything else that we can discuss? We should thank Martin for translating the engraving. Thank you for the translation, Professor. Of course, it's been quite some time since I've read Vendrikan writing. It reminds me of my childhood. We won't take any of your time, Professor. Thanks again. Think nothing of it. Good night, you two. Good night, Professor. Hey, Gary, how about we go back to your cabin for a bit? I want to talk about what we've found out today. Sure. Let's get in my cabin. Welcome to the cabin. I've got my radio on. Man, I'm exhausted. So much has happened today. I can hardly keep track of it all in my head. Tell me about it. Maybe we should go over everything we found out today to see where we're at. Good idea. Oh, I know. How about I quiz you? Quiz me? What do you mean? Yeah, why not? I want to see if you've really been paying attention. Yeah, I mean, do I have to? Oh, come on, Gary. It'll be fun. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fun if you want to relax for a bit before we get into it, though. Let's review my documents. Am I ready? Now let's chill out a bit longer. What's up? Hey, is everything alright? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Martha. Martha? Who's that? My puppy. Haven't I ever mentioned her? I've only been back to my parents' place in a while. I miss her. You have any pets, Gary? Well, we had a turtle when I was a kid. He was my buddy. Oh, what was his name? My parents let me name him, and I named him Tom. Tom the Turtle, huh? Laugh all you want. Tom and I had something special. You wouldn't get it. What about the term paper? Still looking for ideas, huh? Try not to stress out about it too much, Gary. Something will come to you. It always does. Alrighty. Let's check on Emma. You're gonna quiz me, huh? She really enjoys playing teacher, doesn't she? Well, alright. I'll humor her if it makes her happy. Check the radio. Wanna listen to something with the boombox? Maybe, but I don't have any tapes or CD with me. Do you? Oh, no, I guess I don't. Oh, doesn't this thing connect to the radio too? Should try listening to it. Maybe we can pick up some interesting local stations. Ooh, that'd be cool. Alright, let's have a listen. Tune takes me back to my youth when I first heard them on the new Blue Thistle Jam. That's history right there. Sadly, our time tonight has come to an end. I got one more tune for you before we sign off. Dig this. This is a groovy old number by the High Windows called Now's Not the Time from their 1971 album Lady Killer. Underrated record. Have a great night, all you cats and dogs. This has been The Watchman, and you're listening to 102.5 The Crook. Alrighty. The radio. It's a pretty nice song. It sounds like something my dad would listen to. Same here. Well, this sure wasn't how I expected to be singing this time, right? But investigating a mystery with Emma has been a lot of fun. No, I should be thinking about my term paper, but... Alright, let's review it, shall we? Yes, bring it on. Alrighty. Let's start at the beginning. I met a woman in the observation car this morning. We shared a drink in the lounge car, then agreed to meet for lunch, but when I tried to find her a few hours later, she was missing, and everyone I spoke to acted like she never existed in the first place. So I came to you for help. We decided we'd try to find out and went to the lounge car to look for clues. The first thing we did was run into Detective Daltrey. Right, that was a surprise. He's continuing his investigation from last night, the murder at the hotel. You remember what he said the name of the victim was? Otto Keller. Yep, that's right. The man who was killed at the hotel was a Gambrican immigrant named Otto Keller. Apparently there was some connection between him and this train. But that isn't even the craziest part. Turns out Otto Keller was also working as a housekeeper for another man who was found dead early this morning. Some shady lawyer named Edison Maxwell, who was alone at his dinner knife with a turn bullet at his back. How gruesome. Wonder what all of this has to do with this train. Kinda scares me, honestly. What about you? What do you think about the detective's case? I want to know what Otto was doing at our hometown last night. Now that you mention it, it's pretty freaky how this case seems to be following us. First our hotel, now our train. I sure hope it doesn't follow us into our plane home too. At any rate, Daltrey didn't seem to know anything about the missing woman, so we talked to the bartender next. That creep was insistent that his experimental tiefling made me hallucinate the woman's existence. I thought I was going crazy. To be honest, Emma, you did go a little crazy. What with sneaking into someone else's room and all. That's not funny, Gary. I'm not proud of that, you know? And besides, just skipping ahead. Bartender told us he only sold 3 drinks this morning, which was confirmed by the cash register's records. You remember what drinks he said we ordered? There was 2 teas and 1 beer. No, there was a wine as well. 1 tea, 1 wine, 1 beer. I think? Because there was definitely a wine. Exactly. He said I got a couple of tea, but only 1, and that I was by myself. He said a different woman got a glass of wine, which we later learned was Vida, and that Detective Daltrey got a beer. So that's all 3 drinks accounted for, and none left for the missing woman to have had. Makes no sense. Anyway, speaking of Vida, I was sitting at her and Monty saw me and this woman on our way to the lounge car earlier. But leaving the lounge car, I went back to their cabin and talked to them again, but they weren't there. And you decided to let yourself in. Correct. Then you joined me and we searched their cabin for clues, which led us to a lost wedding ring. Can you recall exactly where we found the ring? It was like under the couch, right? Or under the bed? It was under something. Was it under the bed? That's not right. Under the couch? Exactly, it was wedged between the cushions in their cabin's couch. Wonder how it got there. An engraving in Vidrican, so we thought we'd ask Martin to translate it for us, but before we could leave, Vida and Monty came back. Yeah, I have so many thoughts about our conversation with them, I don't even know where to start. Well, what do you think? Did anything in our conversation with them strike you as interesting or noteworthy? Vida seemed relaxed. It was odd that they didn't seem to recognize the ring. Wonder why Monty told Vida he invited us. Because Monty seems like he's supporting us in some way. Yeah, it's almost like he was covering for us. We'd have been in big trouble if he didn't. I really want to know more about him. He seems so mysterious. Vida won't even let us know what he does for a living. At any rate, Vida denied ever seeing the woman as expected. She kicked us out and that was that. And then, finally, we talked to Professor Martin. Professor Martin told us the thingamajig. He told us about Vendrika's complicated political history. How the East and West were split during the Revolution and how Vendrika has prospered while their neighbours in Grand Bricka suffer. Also showed us an old picture of him and his friends from the college days. It's so hard to believe he was our age once. This picture with two of his friends. Do you remember the name of the one on the right? The literature student? I do, it's Maya. Yeah, it was Maya. He was apparently killed during the revolution. It must have been so hard for Martin to lose his friend like that. Anyway, before we left, we had Martin translate the engraving of the ring for us. So for my last question, what were the initials in the ring? It said to my beloved, what? It was AK. Yep, that was it. To my beloved, AK. So, where does this leave us? Well, I know that the woman's name began with an A, so I suppose it's possible she's the AK written on this ring. Can you remember if she was wearing a wedding ring when you first met her? No, I don't remember, but if we operate under the assumption that this is her ring, it means at some point she lost it in Vida and Monty's cabin. Definitely got the sense that Vida was hiding something from us, and I went past it, like someone like her to lie. We still don't have all that much to go on, though. At this point, the ring is the only clue. Yeah, but at least it's something, right? Ellipsis. You know, Gary, for a minute there, I really thought I was going crazy. I thought maybe that creepy bartender was right and it was just a vivid dream. If I'm being honest, I'm still not entirely sure what to believe. But... Ellipsis. Well, that ring gives me some hope, at least. It may turn out this was all a waste of time. But, as long as there is a small chance she's real, I don't want to stop searching until I'm sure she's okay. Thank you for helping me today, Gary. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I understand if you don't want to pursue it any further. You should really be using this time to plan your term paper. I know I shouldn't distract you anymore, so I think first thing tomorrow morning we should try to find the other 3 witnesses. You said there was an old man and 2 men in polos that should have seen you and this woman together, correct? Yes, that's right. The bartender confirmed to me that they were there, so I think we're bound to run into them at some point. Should keep an eye on Vida and Monty too. Like you said, if there is her ring, then those 2 must know more than they are letting on. For now though, I think we should get some sleep. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a long day, and so we'll want to be nice and well rested. Does that sound good? Yeah, that sounds great. Hehehe. What's so funny? You know, Gary, you really changed a lot since we first met. Have I? I know it's only been a few years, but you're really grown up in that time, you know? To think you were just barely out of high school when I started tutoring you at the writing centre. Oh no, anything but this. Come on, will you stop? You're barely a year older than me. I know. You just always seemed like such a baby to me back then, hehe. Please, make it stop. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so patronising. My point is just, it's been a long time since then, and well, I don't know, you've just come a long way, you know? I guess, it doesn't really feel like it, though. I don't think Martin thinks that highly of me, if I'm being honest. What makes you say that? I don't know, I just don't think I've impressed him at all. Not like you. I wouldn't worry about it, Gary, he just hasn't known you long enough. He hasn't had time to see you what I do. I know it can be pretty unforgiving, but I truly believe he's the best teacher I've ever had. I want you to learn as much from him as I have. Just know that your term paper is going to blow my way. Really, I believe in you. Thanks, Emma. I'll see you in the morning, Gary, bright and early. We don't have a moment to lose. She's waiting for us to find her, after all. Good night. Night. Good night, Emma. Ah, I love my apple shirt. Isn't it time to see me what I do? What do you see in me, Emma? She acts like she's my mom. She's proud of her little student. It's humiliating. What am I even doing here? How did I let Emma talk me into this? I'm completely out of my depth. Martin can see right through me. He can tell I'm nothing like her. Everything comes so easily to her. Never a problem she can't solve. She faces everything with that same confident, cheery attitude. It's so annoying. And yeah, to my beloved AK, huh? And yet, I can't help but loving Emma. Emma, I won't let you down. There we go. Chapter 3. The book. The train. Toot toot! What time is it? 10 o'clock? Huh? I figured Emma would have woken me up by now. Oh, there it is. Gary! Gary, are you awake? Speak of the devil. Yeah, come in. You're wearing the same apple shirt. Gary, we're the problem. Whoa, slow down. What's going on? It's the ring. It's missing, Gary. It's missing? Yes, I put it on my bedside table right before I went to sleep. But when I woke up, it was gone. You sure you didn't drop it? Could have fallen on the floor. I thought so too, but I've been looking all over my cover for almost an hour. I swear it's like it's just disappeared. Oh, Gary, what are we going to do? That was our only evidence. We've nothing to go on now. Hold on, Emma. Even if we don't have the ring, we still know what was written on it, and we still have some leads to chase. Let's not panic. We can still continue investigating without the ring. Maybe you're right. Oh, it's just so frustrating. How could I have lost it? This is really weird. Emma wouldn't be so clueless as to lose something as important as that ring. Should have worn it, Emma. Is it possible that someone took it while she was sleeping? Whoever knew she had it other than Martin and Vita and Monty? Let's not worry about it right now. We only have 2 days left to investigate, so we need to cover as much ground as we can. You're right, I'm sorry. We need to focus. Where do you think we should start today, Gary? Good question. We still have 3 potential witnesses to question, the 2 guys in polos and the old man. You said they were with you in the lounge car on about this time yesterday, so maybe we'll find one of them there now. We should talk to Vita and Monty again too. I'm not exactly sure what else we can ask them, but we know they must be hiding something, right? Okay, I'll let you decide what we do first. How about this? If we ever aren't sure what to do next, we can come back here and talk it over. I feel like today is going to be a busy day, so don't feel bad if you need to take a break for a little while. Okay, let's get moving. Alrighty. Let's go to the lounge car first. There's the guys in polos. What's all that commotion? I think it's just those guys in the booth over there. It sounds like they're having an argument. Wait, Gary, that's them. Those are the guys in polos who were here with us yesterday. Let's talk to them, quick. Yeah, let's speak to the guys in polos. Excuse me. Are you out of your mind? Rhubarb, there's a cowboys club of Rhubarb. Ahem, excuse me, you two, do you mind if we... Don't be ridiculous, you could never make that shot. You want a bet? Normally, completely. Let's check them out, eh? This guy's sure are making a scene. What on earth are they arguing about? The bartender? Well, the bartender's back. I wonder what sinister concoctions he's brewing up today. And the area. It's totally empty in here, except for those guys in the booth and the bartender. Not surprised they won't want to stay and listen to all this bickering either. They seem to be ignoring us, Gary. Yeah, I got that. Thanks. Don't give me that sass. We need to get through to them somehow. Yeah, I wonder what the bartender has to say about these two. Let's, no, speak to the bartender. Hello? You two again. Yeah, it's us two again. Oh. Talk about the man. These two have been bickering in here for over an hour. Most of the other passengers are simply finding it too noisy. Naturally, this isn't very good for business. Even my strongest blend wasn't enough to make them cease their arguing. What's your strongest blend? You give us some of that Jägermeister to them, maybe? Oh man. He has not been here today. What about Vita and Monty? Hey, that woman who ordered a glass of wine yesterday, Vita. Do you know anything about her or her husband, Monty? You could say I know a little, yes. Alright, what do you know about them? No, I've not seen any rings. He looks kind of flustered today, doesn't he? Yeah, let's check the barrow. The men are blessed with his business, huh? We're already talking to him. And we've talked to him about all of these. Yep. Okay, these are our notes. Let's just go to speak to the man again. They're preoccupied at the moment, so let's see what the bartender has to say. Well, let's go to Vita and Monte's cabin in that case. See if they're here. It doesn't seem like anyone's here. And I think the door is actually locked this time. Let's come back a little later, Gary. Alright. Let's go back to the lounge car at this stage. We've talked to them about all this. Yeah. Right. Let's go back to my cabin for a bit. Aha, there we go. Vita and Monty. Where do you think Vita and Monty went to? I don't know, maybe they're getting breakfast in the dining car? I don't think so. Breakfast ends at 10 AM, so they'd already missed it. Oh, it does? That's too bad. I can definitely go for some pancakes right about now. Oh, Gary, there was never any chance you'd have woken up in time. At least not without my help. I would have gotten you out of bed at 8:30 AM sharp if I hadn't wasted my whole morning looking for that stupid ring. You got up easy today, but don't expect to be sleeping in tomorrow, you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Radio. Alright, let's have a listen. Embarrassment. Terrible. They're the worst team in the league. The whole coaching shaft should be shot. Well there, Wally, that may be a little excessive, no? How about we take another caller? Anyone else on the line? They're just like the morning sports radio in America. Wow, people sure are passionate about their favourite sports team, sir. Okay, so maybe we can talk to you about sports. First the woman goes missing on her, and now the ring. Man, this girl just can't catch a break. Maybe she's bad luck. What if I go missing too? Is everything alright, Gary? Well, yeah, everything's fine. I need to sleep with one eye open tonight, I think. Gotta say the bed in here was even nicer than the one in our tower. I haven't slept that well in ages. I mean, you didn't sleep very well the night of your, nothing here. My hair looks a lot nicer today than it did yesterday. It's still pretty early. What's up, Gary? Okay, let's get back to the lounge, okay? Talk about Vita and Monty. There we go. What interest do you have in those two? Can I talk to you more about them? No, you don't want to talk about it. No, I've not seen any rings. Alrighty. How about we make a deal? A deal? Oh no, what could he possibly have in mind? I need those two men to leave so that my customers will return. I've been unable to get them to do so. If you can get them to go, I will tell you a secret about that couple, Vita and Monty. A secret? I can't promise the secret will be useful to you, but I suppose you will find it interesting. Well, do we have a deal? I don't know how much we can trust him, but we need to talk to those guys anyway, so... Deal. Talk to me after you've succeeded. Alrighty. Let's speak to the man. Excuse me. Murmur. My short game is far better than yours, murmur. And why do you three-part every hole, murmur? Ahem, excuse me. What do you want? Can't you see we're talking here? Yeah, what's the bigger idea, punk? Well, I'm sorry, it's just I've been trying to get your attention for a little while now. Is that so? Well, I apologize for my companion's utter rudeness. His manners are as questionable as his game. My manners? My game? Why, I order... if you don't mind me asking, what were you two talking about? Oh, it's nothing important. My friend Palmer here seems to think his short game is a superior to mine, and he can't hit a green inside 100 to save his life. At least I can putt, Dennis. You make a mockery of the greens for the amount of strokes you take. Gary, do you know what they're talking about? Come now, my girl, what else could we be talking about? Golf, of course. Can you not tell by the way we're dressed? Oh, that does make sense. Anyway, you said that you're trying to get our attention, yes? What do you need? Let's talk to them about yesterday. You two were in the lounge car around this time yesterday, right? Oh, yes, that sounds about right. Do either of you remember seeing me and another woman there? We were sitting at the booth. Let me think. Thinking. Nope, no recollection at all. Really? Okay. But we were right there, you two were on that couch, and I'm very sorry, miss, but you have to understand. When Palmer and I are engaged in passionate debate, there's little less either of us will pay attention to. It's very true, miss. For instance, yesterday I believe we were having a spirited discussion about which club is better off the tee, the driver or the 3-wood. It's the 3-wood. The 3-wood is fair and grays and greens all day, baby. The driver is too inaccurate. Maybe for a shank artist like yourself it is. Nothing compares to the raw power of the driver, nothing. You're calling me a shank artist? You're in the woods on half your dress. You gotta let the big dog eat, Palmer. He's hungry. The big dog is wild, a menace. He can't be tamed. Gary, are they still talking about golf? I have no idea. Hey you, why don't you settle this for us? What club is better off the tee, the driver or the 3-wood? It depends on the hole, really. If it's par 3, you need a 3-wood. If it's like a par 5, I'd recommend the driver. So it all depends, but I'll say the driver. What did I tell you, Palmer? It's all about power. No, this can't be. Well, that settles that one, doesn't it? Good choice, kid. You have a promising career in this game ahead of you. Well, Gary, I didn't know you spoke golfer. Never picked up a golf club in my life. Well, that's not true. For me, anyway. Sorry, don't remember. Alright. Let's discuss. I can't believe it. Another dead end. All the people we could have seen you yesterday, it just had to be these two weirdos. What a waste. Let's not give up just yet. They may not remember seeing us yesterday, but maybe they know something else that's helpful. Let's keep talking with them for a bit. Not sure these guys know much about anything other than going golf. But yeah, can't say I recall ever seeing a woman like that. Me neither. Why do you ask? Wear the ring. What's that? Do I wear a ring? Absolutely not. Doing so will interfere with my grip. Don't even wear a glove like most golfers. You can't possibly control the club unless you feel it with your bare hands. Says the guy who complains about blisters after every round. I do no such thing. Yes, you do. How many times do I have to tell you? You're gripping the club far too tightly. Don't think they have the ring. Talk with Dennis and Palmer. You want to know about Palmer and I, eh? There's not much to tell. We're from London. Vendrica was the last leg of our trip. A dramatic and exciting tour of all the best golf courses in Europe. Well, that's what it was supposed to be anyway. Yeah, first the airline lost our clubs in France. Then we got mugged in Switzerland. We tracked down the police to Austria and got our wallets back, but then our rental car broke down. We hitchhiked with an outbreed couple for a while, but they kicked us out somewhere in Slovakia for ruining their vacation. Finally, we walked across the hills for a few days until we were in Vendrica. And lo and behold, we came across the last golf course we intended to play on our trip. It was a miracle. At least it was, until it started thunderstorming. All told, we managed to play about 3 holes in 2 weeks. But what a 3 holes they were! They played with such consistency before, such grace, 2 birdies and an eagle. I had every green, stake every long putt. I'll never play that great again in my life. Never! What do you think, Gary? I got nothing. It sounds like they had a really shit holiday. Eh? An old man? You see a ton of old men on the golf course, let me tell you. It's true, golf is one of the few sports you can still play in old age. I'll take that as a no. And what about golf? Do I really want to ask them about this? We might end up being here all day. Yes, let's talk to them about golf. I don't know. Really don't think this is a good idea. No, let's do it. Surely this will just be a waste of time, right? You. Who, me? I can see it in your eyes. Do you see it too, Palmer? Yes, I see it. You want to know more about golf, do you not? Oh no. Well, there's nothing we can tell you. There's not? Golf is a game about feel, kid. Do you grip that club with your hands, take a swing, and watch that ball fly? You'll simply never understand. It would be a waste of time talking golf with an amateur such as yourself. That's right, a complete waste of time, you see? I couldn't agree more. However, I do see potential in you. Spark is something in your eyes, however small. If you'd like, I'd be happy to administer my passion golfer's aptitude test to see what skills might be lying dormant in your soul. Well, what do you say? It'll only take a minute. Do I really want to do this? Yeah, sure. Bring it on. Aha! Wonderful. Now, if you'll just close your eyes. Sure. I mean, we're trying to get them to leave, right? This might get them to leave. Now I'd like you to clear your mind. Forget your surroundings. There is nothing but the sound of my voice. I want you to imagine the sounds of a warm summer day. A nice breeze, birds chirping, insects buzzing, cars going by in the distance. Okay, I can hear it. Now, allow an image to form in your mind. From a humble tea box, a vast expanse of fairway stretches before you on a clear, sunny afternoon. Maybe something like this? Good. Now, for the most important part, you track your driver out of your bag and place a tee in the soft grass in front of you. You place the ball on the tee, you're going to take a swing. This will require focus, concentration. Your goal, a straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Now, imagine the form your swing will take. You must perfectly time the moment of impact, achieving the perfect balance of power and precision. Can you visualize what such a thing might look like in the abstract? I don't know. How about something... Wait, I got it. Something like this. Yep, perfect. Exact. Aha, perfect. The moment is almost at hand. When you feel the timing is right, swing. There'll be no delay, no hesitation. You have just one shot to get it right. One opportunity. You can do whatever you want, or you can let it slip. Knees weak, palms are heavy. Mama's spaghetti. Remember, golf is a mental game. Don't overthink it, just feel it out. Well, are you ready? This is really stupid, but I won't back down from a challenge. I'll show you, just you watch. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's, and swing. Did I get it? I was in the red. Well, how did I do? Hey, not bad, kid. That was a pretty straight drive down the middle of the fairway. Wow, good job. When I took this challenge, it took me over 100 dives to hit a shot that good. Now, it could be beginner's luck, but still I'm violently impressed. There may be a future for you in this game after all. Wow, great job, Gary. Who knew you were such a natural? Maybe I should invest in a set of pull-ups. Wait, what am I saying? No, we need to stop getting distracted. Alrighty, well, let's talk to them. No, about everything else. You're saying she's gone missing, huh? That's intriguing. A missing woman on a train. Yeah. It's like one of those mystery novels, you see? We don't know anything about a ring. And I, quite an adventure, huh? You sure did, man. Nope, we've never seen no old man here. Well, would you like to give me my golfer's attitude tip? I'd rather not. What a pity. Well, if you change your mind, don't hesitate to ask. Well, I've already done your thing. He's definitely the leader. And golf clothes are so funny. The polo, the little sweater. I liked this place a lot better yesterday when it was quiet. Alright. I think you're right, Gary. This hasn't been very helpful. Yeah, so where do we go from here? I have no idea. Maybe we should try investigating somewhere else for a bit. Yeah, let's go. Hey, kid. This missing woman you're talking about? Yeah? What's the deal with that exactly? You've piqued my curiosity, I must say. Yeah, mine too. Well, let's talk to you about the missing woman. I see. So you met a woman on the train who then subsequently vanished without a trace. Nobody seems to remember her except for you. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Palmer? Yes, Dennis, yes, I believe I am. What are you thinking? Ahaha, this, my boy, sounds like murder. Murder? What about murder? I know what you're thinking. Oh, these guys, all they talk about is golf, golf, golf. Well, I got news for you. Dennis and I are well-rounded individuals. We have many diverse interests and hobbies. That's right, and one of those interests just so happens to be murder. Yeah, you know, killing. You like killing? This is not good. Oh, don't give me that look. We're just interested in the subject, and that's all. We don't do any killing ourselves, no. That'll be crazy. Give me just 2 seconds here. Okay. Why do I not feel reassured? What more about a murder, you know? You see, Palmer and I have spent many years thinking about the perfect murder. We've read hundreds of detective stories, then all the good mystery films, researched countless real-life cases. Many such stories involve crimes just like this one, you know? There's not a single mystery scenario we haven't heard of, none at all. This missing woman of yours? Already I can think of a few theories. Let's assume the young lady is correct and that she did in fact meet this woman yesterday. This only leaves a few possibilities. Shall I list them all? Emma? Sure, let's hear it. Alright, what are the possibilities? Theory number 1. This woman has been missing since yesterday, yes? Hard to believe she could be missing for a whole day if she rarely existed. Precisely, Palmer, precisely. But also hard to hide a person or a body on the train. So logically, this suggests our missing woman isn't on the train anymore. Correct, yes. Young lady, you said you met this woman on the back platform of the observation car, yes? That's right. Why, I can think of no better place in this train to meet a potential victim. When we're at max speed, pulling up the rear of the train would certainly kill a person. And yes, if I was a killer and I saw my victim there, all it would take is a little push. Yep, you wouldn't find her for weeks. What other theories have you guys got? Actually, I just had a thought. Was this woman distressed when you met her by any chance? Seemingly troubled? Yeah, kind of. Oh, where have I heard something like this? I think it was in a movie. Oh, I don't know, but I recall hearing about someone who attempted suicide by jumping off the back platform of the train's observation car. Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, at any rate, I suppose that shows a possibility. Ahaha! These guys are crazy. Maybe we should stop. I mean, I've listened to a number of mystery audiobooks, read a number of mystery books, watched a lot of mystery movies, but I'm not as crazy as these guys. I should ask Emma how she's doing. Right, let's discuss it with Emma. You don't have to keep listening to this if you're uncomfortable with it, Emma. No, it's fine. I really don't want to think the worst, but we can't ignore the possibility either. The only way we'll uncover the truth is we keep pushing forward. So let's hear their other theories. Gary, that may give us some ideas. I mean, it's just a theory, a murder theory. Okay, you say so. Let's talk to them about theories. Theory number 2. That's unlikely. Let's say this woman is still on the train somewhere. Live or dead, doesn't matter, either way. I wanted to hide a body somewhere on the train where it could never be found. Where could I do so? Oh, I know. The bathroom. Don't be so dense, pal. People are always in and out of the bathroom. I know, could that be a good hiding spot? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. There is only one place where such a person could be hidden without any passengers or attendants eventually finding her, and that is the storage car. Oh, of course, in somebody's luggage. Precisely, the porters will inspect the storage car periodically. They most certainly do not check inside every box and crate on board. But it could be smuggled off the train in such a carrot and it will be all none the wiser. Well, what do you think of that? I think that was a pretty good idea. We can go to there. And now, finally, theory number 3. Well, I don't have a theory number 3. But I bet you're still wondering, this woman really was here. Why is everyone on board denying her existence? Well, my friend, it really is quite simple. It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy? That's right, Palmer, and the entire train must be on it. Yes, I think I have this all figured out. The woman you met was an English spy. A spy? Yes, a spy, collecting information on the various plans of the Vendrican government on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen. I think it was actually the Gambrican government, but whatever. Gasp! I can see it so clearly this woman has been a target of the Vendricans for weeks. I think it's the Gambricans again. Well, last they couldn't get to her before she boarded the train, so in the end she asked to improvise. And all of the train attendants, even the bartender, maybe even the passengers, they're all Vendrican agents. Every last one of them is on there. Though they couldn't prevent this poor girl from meeting the woman before they offed her, they could just pretend she never existed. It's so simple. Yes, I see it. By agreeing she never existed, it's a girl who sounds like the crazy one. It's the perfect crime. Well, don't just stand there giving me that stupefied look. What do you think? I think you may have gone a bit too far in a few places with this theory, Dennis. But overall, compelling. Well, I like it anyway. Dennis, wait, look at the time. What's that? Oh, bollocks, they're about to tee off. Apologies, but Palmer and I must get back to our cabin. The British Open broadcast has already begun, and we will not miss a stroke. I hope I didn't spook you too bad with my murderous theories. It's all just in good fun, right? Good luck, and remember, may your drawers be straight and your chips be in. Good luck. Well, you can't just say they're lacking in imagination. I guess so, but was any of that helpful? I don't know that I buy any more of their more outlandish theories, but they did bring up a few good points. Someone's trying to hammer it, the storage car would definitely be a good place to do so. And as much as I don't want to admit it, we can't exactly rule out what they said about the observation car either. Not necessarily that she's murdered, but do you really think she'll do that? I don't know. I really don't want to believe it, but I just keep thinking about what she said to me, about how she didn't deserve any kindness. Oh, I hope she's okay. How about we check out the storage car for clues? Yeah, good idea. But before we do that... oh wait, that's right. The bartender said he would tell us a secret if we got rid of those guys, right? I wonder what it is. Alright, let's go to the bartender. Oh, I have nothing to say to you. Wait. Who are you? Oh, you're the old man. Oh, excuse me. Gary, I think that was him, the old man I saw yesterday. That wasn't how I expected that conversation to go. Oh, detective. Oh, hello again, you two. How's your investigation going? Well, let's talk to you about the old man. Well, as you both know, I'm trying to speak to everyone on the train as part of my investigation. Well, that guy barely got one word out before he brushed me off and went running. The nerve. You think he may be involved? I have no idea, but he definitely seems suspicious to me now. Alright, what about the investigation? I guess that means it isn't going too well. And the missing woman? So, how about your missing one? Has she turned up? No, not yet. That's too bad. Looks like neither of us are finding much success in our investigation, so... Well, don't give up. I believe in you. I know you can figure it out. Let's talk to you about the missing woman. Don't give up. What about the old man? I didn't even have a chance to catch his name. Who knows where he's off to now? Oh well, I guess I'll have to just corner him later. Haha! It did seem in the observation car last night. Maybe a train attendant over there knows something about him. Okay. I'd love to stay and chat longer, but well, I still have a lot of ground to cover and not a whole lot of time to do it. If I get back home to the station empty-handed, oh boy, my bosses will not be happy. Say, you two came here with an older gentleman, right? You're Professor. You mean Professor Martin? Why, would you like to speak with him? Well, I'd have to get round to it eventually. He seems like a nice fellow. Could you point me in the direction of his cabin by chance? Sure, he's in the third sleeping car in the last cabin. Fantastic, thank you. Good luck, you two. Knock him dead out there. Well, hopefully we don't. There he goes. I'd like to find out a little bit more about that old man. Well, let's go talk to the speak to the bartender. There we go. Now, let's talk to you about the secret. The sound of silence. Music to my ears. Thank you. Now, the secret. Those two, the wealthy couple, are not as wealthy as they appear. They're not? They were at one time, sure, but now? No, they are most certainly broke. But they're broke, how can they afford such a luxurious suite? I assure you, appearances can be very deceiving. The husband, Monty, some time ago he was rather well known in Vidrika as a performer. Sometime later he was well known as a tabloid curiosity. And now, well now, he's not much known at all. What kind of performer was he? A sex performer? He was. I've said enough, I think. Oh, come on, tell us. No, I think that will do. Come on, Gary, keep pressing him. He has to tell us. Alright, let's talk to him. Persistent, are we? It's not like it's a big secret. If you intend to continue investigating, I suspect it will become quite obvious what this man's profession was. Alright, how about this? Another deal? I will soon be going on break, but later this evening I will be back in this spot. When I return, if you can tell me the man's former occupation, I will tell you the rest of his sad, pathetic story. Is that all? What's in it for you? And nothing for me this time. To tell you the truth, I'm just having a bit of fun. It's up to you. If you'd like to know a little more, well, you'll know where to find me. Alrighty? Well, let's go to... Well, looks like we have a few more options to consider about where to go next now. Just suggested that the storage car would be a good place to hide a person, so we should definitely check that out. That old man was apparently hanging out in the observation car last night too. Maybe we can find some clues about him there. Oh, and don't forget that we still have to try talking to Vita and Monty. Especially now that the bartenders agreed us to tell us more about them, maybe we can find out Monty's former job. It's all up to you, Gary. Where do you want to go first? Let's go to the observation deck first. I want to talk to the guy down here about this thing. Wow, this is actually kind of a cool spot. This is the observation car, Gary. The last car of the train. The view here is really wonderful, isn't it? The outside platform in the back is such a neat feature. It's also where I first met that woman. Let's see if anyone here knows anything about her or that old man. Let's talk. Who are we talking to, Gary? Let's survey the area first. Alright. The area. It's actually pretty crowded now. Guess that's not too surprising. It's a pretty nice spot. Let's check this man. Hey, peace and love, man. Peace and love. I'm sorry, were you talking to me? Sure, man. Peace and love. Come on, say it with me. How about I just think it? Well, alright. That's what floats your submarine. Peace and love. Peace and love. Well, I think that's a pretty nice message. Let's talk to someone else now, please. This guy seems very impressed with the newspaper. Mumble, mumble. It'll be perfect. Yes. I just need to meet one man on this train who hates someone in his life as much as I hate my father. Mumble. Yes, then we can simply trade murders. Well, yes, we can never get caught. Gary, do you think we should talk to him? I think we should keep our distance from that guy. And finally, there's a train attendant. We should ask her some questions. Let's speak to the attendant. Oh, hello. How can I help you? Let's talk to you about the missing woman. Oh, no, I don't think I've seen any woman like that. What about the... I'm so sorry, I don't know. What about the observation deck? Oh, it's so nice here. I just love how pretty the views out the windows. I specifically requested to be stationed here. It's my favourite place in the train. Can you do that? The outside platform is a really unique feature of this train. They were common many years ago, but today is very rare. Do you think it could be dangerous? Dangerous? No, I wouldn't say so. Guard railing is pretty high. You'd have to really try to fall off. Granted, if you did, you're probably seriously injured or worse, but I don't think it's very likely. Alrighty, what more can you tell me about it? It's not really dangerous, okay? An old man, can you describe him for me? He's kind of short, grey hair, wearing a brown suit, I think. Oh, you must be... oh, you must be Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher? Fisher. Mr. Fisher was here last night. Oh, he's such a sweet man. What can you tell us about him? Oh, we talked for what felt like hours last night. He's a real charmer. He told me he was going to London to see his daughter and her family. He said his daughter just had a baby and he's very excited to meet her. Oh, isn't that just adorable? Can you tell me more about him? Oh, you're looking for him? Well, I'm not quite sure where he's staying on the train, but you should come back here in a few hours. He told me he'd come back tonight. I asked him to tell about where he grew up. I think he said he's from Grimbrika. Oh, I just can't wait. Grimbrika, huh? Mr. Fisher should be back here tonight. Alrighty. Ring. You lost a wedding ring? Oh no, how are you going to propose now? No, the ring isn't mine. It's just something we found in the train and then lost again. Oh phew, you would have been in some serious trouble if that was yours. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'll keep an eye out. Alrighty. Anything? I'll keep an eye out for it. You want to know about me? Gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is necessary, Gary. Well, how about you ask about something important, Gary? You're jealous, are you? Wow, these drinking girls really knocked me out. He's got a crush on her, right? So she's a bit jealous that we're checking her out. Let's go to the Vita and Monty, yeah? See what they're up to. Oh, we're in the cabin. Oh, Monty's here. Yo, Monty. Oh, hello, Monty. How are you doing? Are you on mine, Monty? It doesn't look like Vita is here. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Well, can we talk to Monty? How are you doing, Monty? Have you been enjoying your trip? Nice weather we're having now. Well, I hope you're having a nice day. What are we doing? Well, Monty, what can you tell? How Monty, is Vita out? Why, he's not in. Wonder where she is. Talk about the ring. Yeah, Monty, do you remember that ring we showed you in your life yesterday? We seem to have misplaced it. You wouldn't happen to have seen it, have you? Oh, Monty looked over that way. What about Vita? Do you think she knows where it might be? He's looking over that way again. How can you know a man who doesn't speak is lying? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Okay. Let's discuss. Wait, I know. How about this? Maybe to trust someone who doesn't speak. If they communicate silently, let's talk to him without saying a word. Maybe he'll open to us somehow. Sure, okay. What does that even mean? Alright, just humor here, Gary. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, let's talk to him about nothing. Oh, he's looking at something. It's like we're trying to communicate telepathically. I feel like I can hear what he's thinking. Something along the lines of, wish these stupid people would leave me alone. Yeah, something like that. I don't think that was harmful, Gary. Alright. Any more bright ideas? Hey, at least I tried something. You can't fault me for thinking outside the box. Don't hear you coming with any better ideas. Well, she has me there. While we're here, maybe we could have a quick look around. I think Monty would mind. Oh, wait, what is he going to do? Tell us to stop? Yeah, I guess not. Just so let's not go too far. I don't want him to invade their privacy. Is this anything interesting? Maybe we could try asking him about it. Alright, let's check on Monty. This guy's impossible to read. Has to be a way to get us to open up to us somehow. Maybe it'll be easier without Vita here? You'd think so, but Vita isn't here. Emissary around us feels a lot friendlier without her, honestly. Alright, the bartender said Vita and Monty are broke, but if that's true, how on earth could they afford this room? Check where. Still looking good. This is where Emma and I found the ring yesterday. Wonder if Monty will tell us if anyone else has been in this cabin, besides him and Vita. I don't think the bed is important. What about the painting? No point in asking Monty about the painting. Why not? He might like it. Nothing here. What about this? A deck of playing cards. Maybe Monty's a professional gambler. Can't tell us anything, maybe at least play a round of Texas Hold'em with us. I don't think we need to ask him about the plant. And it's the jewellery case. We know there's some random playing cards in the bottom drawer. Curious about them, but I don't want Monty to know we looked inside. In the view, nothing here. Nothing here. Alrighty, I think that's all. Let's ask Monty about the jewellery. It's a nice jewellery case. Must be a lot of expensive jewellery in there, huh? I don't think this line of questioning will be useful. What about the deck of cards? Oh yeah, Monty likes the deck of cards. Their actions seem different. Let's talk to him more about the deck of cards then. I think he's a magician. Yeah. Hey Monty, by any chance has anyone else been in this cabin besides you and Vita? Come on, you can tell us. It can be our little secret, right? Oh, come on, Gary, don't patronize him. Alright, fine. Let's take the deck. Monty had a weird reaction when I brought up these cards. Maybe show them to him and see what he does. Show the deck of cards. Is it going to do a magic trick for me? What's this? You want me to give you the deck? Yep, he does. Sure, here you go. Yep, he's shuffling. He's shuffling the deck. 5, Jack 9, King A7. I think he wants us to pick a card, Gary. Well, let's pick, I think, the 9 of Hearts. Okay, let's see here. I want the 9 of Hearts, thank you very much. No, actually, I want the... Let's get the 7 of Hearts, you know? I picked that one, the 7 of Hearts. Alrighty. Can you figure out my card? Oh, Gary, I know what this is. This is one of those card tricks. We picked the card without knowing what it was, and now he's shuffling it back into the deck. And somehow, miraculously, you'll be able to find your card again. Yep, he found it. Well, what do you know? He got it, but that's actually only 4 hearts in this card, so wrong one. That was it. He found it. Well, that's incredible, Monty. Can you do another one? Oh, Monty. Oh, my aching head. Oh, Vita's here. Monty, this migraine is so painful I'm seeing spots, but if I'm correct, are those 2 irksome children lurking in our cabin again? If they are here, could you please make them leave immediately? I simply cannot tolerate any intrusions right now. Oh, my head. I think we should go, Gary. Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for your time, Monty. Alright, let's go to the storage cabin. Oh, yeah. We don't want Vita to get upset of us. It's kind of dark in here. Hang on, I think there's another light switch. Alright, that's better. So everybody's luggage is stored here, right? Right. The storage cases for any luggage is too big to carry on. I see that there's a, like a one where you put swords in. So maybe the woman is in there. I'll be honest, Gary, I don't even know where to start. Do you? Do you really think she could be in here somewhere? I have no idea, Emma, but it couldn't hurt to look around, right? Yeah, okay, let's get started. Alright, let's check on this one. What's in this cloth? Yeah. What is this? It's one of those ones where you spin people around. I have no idea. This is unlike any box I've ever seen. It's about tall enough for a person to fit inside, but for what purpose? Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh, yeah, let's just say you don't want to be the person who has to step inside that box. At least not without the proper training. This looks like a guitar case. Don't you play guitar, Gary? Not really. I mean, I can play a few chords, I guess, but I was never really that good. And don't say that, you should play me something. Are you nuts? I'm not going to rummage through someone's belongings just to embarrass myself. Yeah, I guess you're right. I should have known better. I'm sorry, Emma. I'll make it up. I still think you're probably better than you're giving yourself credit for, though. You never know. What on earth could this possibly be? Let's just pull off this cloth. Yeah. Okay, there's a guillotine. Is that what I think it is? Why is there a guillotine on this train? Ah! What is it? Gary, there's a head in that basket. A head? I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh, it's just a plastic one? Wait, I think... Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this head is just a model. Looks like it came off a dummy or something. In fact, I'm close to especially not sure this is even a real guillotine. The blade is double. I think this is just some kind of prop. What kind of person uses a guillotine as a prop? A magician, obviously. A prop guillotine, how bizarre. I wanted to see the head. No. None of the other boxes look interesting. Did you hear that? I think there's something inside this crate. No way, you don't think? Let's open it. Moment of truth. Oh, there's a frog. Is there a frog? I believe that's a toad, Gary. Frogs are smoother and slimier. Not what we're looking for then. Alright, put that box back on. No, not exactly. It's kind of cute though. It was a frog. I mean a toad in this case. Otherwise it's empty. A cane toad? Are we introducing a pest into America? Nothing interesting here. Should cane toads are native to America, aren't they? I don't know. Maybe England. I've seen mystery boxes like this before. Like, yep. Guitar case. What's this over here? A prop guillotine, right. Let's discuss. I feel like we could search this place for hours. Might not be a bad idea to check the general area. Maybe it'll give us an idea what to look at next. Man, there's so much junk in here. We better make sure we inspect each side thoroughly. The other side. Aha. Check the where. Whatever this is, it's pretty big. Help me pull up this cloth. This will be a cage. This is a cage? What do you think it's for? It looks big enough to hold a large animal. Like a tiger or something. If that's what it's for, then where's the tiger? Unless it escaped? Ah, Gary, over there. What? There's nothing there. You're just playing a trick on me, Emma. I'm sorry, that was mean. But still, what is this cage for? Look, we don't judge people on their kinks. It's clearly one of those cages, right? 2 sets of golf clubs. I guess these belong to Dennis and Palmer. But didn't they say their clothes were stolen by the mafia or something? Maybe they bought new sets when they finally got to Vendrica as a souvenir. This looks like a bad Halloween costume, you know, like a sheet ghost. Well, let's see what's underneath. A suit of armor. Hello, is there anybody in there? No, it seems like it's empty. Bummer. I thought that maybe she'd be inside. Oh, she'd be in there. Did she say that she's not at the round table? Oh, I don't know, Gary. Maybe I'm just getting desperate. Oh, is there a suit of armor here? There's 2 sets of golf clubs, a cage, and of course, nothing interesting here. Alright, check the general area. Discuss. Hey, Gary, do you think there's anything odd about all the things that were under cloths? Is that a joke? No, I mean, do they have anything in common that you can think of? Anything in common? A weird box, a prop guillotine, a suit of armor, and a cage. What kind of person must have a use for all these kind of things? Let's think. Maybe a performer. Like a circus performer? Anyway. Oh my goodness, this give me half the day. Jeez. Right, a new train whistles were loud, but that was completely deafening. Guess it made sense though. The storage car is pretty close to the engine. Hey, you two, what are you doing in here? Huh? What? I think he's the porter, Gary. Both of you, show me your boarding passes now. Our boarding passes? Who just carries those around? Mr. Porter, sir, we left our boarding passes in our cabins. We're just here looking for some of our luggage. So you two are legitimate passengers, then? I sincerely apologize. It's just I've been really on edge lately. What with all the stowaways? Stowaways? That's right, stowaways. Become a real problem lately. I can't tell you how many people we find hunting beneath luggage in here, trying to hitch a ride to London. Some of them have even gone as far as to steal or forge tickets. Can you believe that? I mean, gosh, you're really that desperate to go to London? The weather there is awful, and don't get me started on the food. Well, anyway, I'm sorry for blowing up at you. Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, sure. The stowaways. You know, we porters aren't supposed to be security guards. Our job is to load and unload luggage. And yeah, because all the stowaways lately have to be constantly on alert. And when I see them, it's whammo, bop, bam. You beat them up? Well, no. I usually just alert the police at our destination and have them bring them when we arrive. Still, it's just such a hassle. Yeah, okay. A woman has gone missing, you say? Well, if you think she's in here, I'd say that's pretty unlikely. I've been in and out regularly and I haven't seen anything unusual. You mentioned that some sewers have fake or stolen tickets, right? That's right, the crafty ones realise it'd be awfully hard to stay hidden on a train for the entire ride, so they come prepared. Usually with some kind of fraudulent ticket. Then pretend to be legitimate passengers. Awfully crafty, but not crafty enough. You see, I'm always carrying around a list of registered passengers. So it's very easy to cross-reference a suspicious passenger with the list. Of course, it only works if I'm able to identify anyone that's acting suspicious, which isn't all that often if I'm being honest. So yeah, about this, I'm sure you've met plenty of people on this train, no? If you meet anyone suspicious, tell me their name and I'll cross-check it with my list. Maybe we can catch a criminal in the act. You have any ideas of who to ask him about, Gary? I can think of a few people. Let's talk to him about Vita and Monty. Yes, if Vita and Monty registered together, say here they're in a luxury suite. Lucky. Okay, so they're real. What about Fisher? Fisher. Nope, no Fisher here. It's an old man who told one of the train attendants his name was Fisher. Are you sure there's nobody with that name registered? Completely sure the list isn't a lie. Do you know where this Fisher is now? No, but we're told he might show up in the observation car tonight. Good to know. Maybe I'll have a little talk with him tonight. Heck, maybe I'll even bring that detective with me. I wonder what Emma thinks about this development. I should ask her once I have nothing left to ask the porter about. About Dennis and Palmer. Yep. Looks like both of Dennis and Palmer are registered together. They're sharing a single cabin, it seems like. That's going to be rough. The big end of CEO is pretty small, but some of those people do it to save money, which I get. Yeah, let's talk to them about adultery. I don't have adultery registered, but you're talking about the detective, right? What an ordeal was that one. He strolled up to the train yesterday and just walked on board, no ticket or anything. He didn't even tell us who he was. Almost had security throw him off before he finally showed us his badge. Honestly, what was he expecting? Would have liked to see that. The whistle ski? Yeah, it comes through pretty loud in here. Frankly, it's loud everywhere, so much so that it's hard to hear much else whenever it blows. I often receive complaints about it waking people up in the middle of the night, but it's not just for show, you know. The conductor will blow the whistle for a variety of reasons, all related to safety, making a wide turn when the train starts moving, when we approach the station or crossing. Probably seems random, but there's a method to the madness. Or when, like, kids go like, whoop whoop, you know. Yeah, I assisted in loading all of the luggages here into the storage car. I'm what's called a travelling porter. After loading, it's my job to organise the storage car to ensure a smooth unloading at the station. Quite a physically demanding job, but as you can see, I'm quite up for the task. Haha. Really? Give me the names of anyone suspicious and I'll check if they're registered. Wait, Gary, I have an idea. Remember the initials that were on the ring? Yeah, I remember. To my beloved AK. As I have the porter to register with those initials, they sit in the patient list, right? Good idea. What about AK? You're looking for someone with the initials AK? Let me take a look. Yeah, looks like there's a couple. Can you tell us their names? Let's see. Alfred Kircher, Arnold Carlos, Andrew Kissinger, Andrew Kissinger. Oh, I think that is. Those are all male names. Oh, alright. I don't think any of them are what we're looking for, but thanks for checking. Gary, do you think it's possible to ring breeze to one of them? I don't know. Want to know more about luggage in here? Sorry, you and me both, buddy. I swear I was terrified when I was going to lose my head trying to get that guillotine on board. All I know is that the weirdest stuff in here belongs to the same guy, some little fella with a big hat. Monty? Yeah. There's a... right, yep, perfect. Right. Yeah, those names check out. Daltrey, he's not registered, but yeah, he's allowed on board. Dennison, Porter, yeah, no issues with those. AK, woman with those initials are registered for this train, sorry. And Fisher. I think I ought to have a word with this Fisher fellow, right? Let's check on him. This guy looks pretty tough. Definitely don't want to get on his bad side. Have you asked the porter about everyone you can think of, Gary? If you run out of ideas, maybe we could explore the other cars and see if any other names come up. Yeah, let's go to our cabin for now. And while I'm here, I'm going to save the game. Alrighty. Thanks for watching this episode of Detective Instinct. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one. See ya!